I also look like a little egghead. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Janelli. Today's video is a full week of workouts, as you could read by the title. This video took a lot longer than I thought to film and edit, especially because there was a lot of footage, so much more than I thought there would be. But yeah, I filmed my entire week of workouts. Fair warning, this is not me saying this is not like a workout plan or this is what you should do for your week. This is just what I did for this week, because sometimes it's not always the same. And I'm not gonna lie, I was burning out this week a lot faster than I normally do. I don't know why, but also another thing is thank you for 100 subscribers. That's honestly crazy, because I don't know how. Thank you for 100 subscribers. Thank you for everyone that's actually watching this. This is great. I don't know, to me it's only 100, but it's still 100. I'm honestly a nobody. I'm really not that big of a deal, so it's a little crazy. 100 is not that big, but it's still big to me. Anyways, a lot of the clips are going to be sped up because this video would be way too long if they were just normal speed. So I make sure to have a voiceover over everything, and I kind of explain everything. So we're just gonna start the video so that it's not extremely long. So Sundays I do chest, shoulders, and triceps, and I start the workout with a shoulder warm-up, but I completely forgot to film that. So after the shoulder warm-up, I do 15 reps with just the bar as a warm-up set, and then I move on to my other sets. So after this warm-up, I did 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps, and my bench completely sucks, so I can't lift that heavy.
No friends of mine around, yeah. Now I'm thinking might have caught the dream.
This is another set of me doing bench, and I didn't record all the sets because this video would honestly be way too long, but yeah. So after the bench press, we moved to the incline dumbbell press, and we did 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. After the incline dumbbells, my boyfriend wanted to do dips, so I went to go try it with him, and I really didn't like it because they hurt, and this angle is just not good. So I moved on to the military press in this little corner in the gym, and I always just start with the bar because my shoulders are just extremely weak. And I tried to do honestly as much as I can, but I usually end up doing a rep range around 5 to 10, so I did just 3 sets of those. And I try to make sure that in every set I'm increasing in weight, even if it's just by a little bit. After the military press, I just do a bunch of lateral raises with a little 5-pound weight. And I honestly just try to do as many as I can to kind of burn out my shoulders. So after all the lateral raises, I went to the deltoid fly, and I did 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. And my last set was a drop set, so I did 8 reps at my heaviest weight, and so I kept going down 1 pin and did 8 reps, 8 reps, 8 reps, as much as I can. And when I get to the last one, the last weight, I try to do as many as I can. So the last thing that I did was the tricep push down, and I usually do some type of skull crusher movement when I'm trying to work out my triceps, but all the benches by the dumbbells were taken, so I just did this. So once I finished with the 2 sets of the push downs with the bar, I tried to do single arms with just the rope and basically control the negative so I can completely exhaust each arm. So then we move on to Monday, and I completely forgot to film my warm-up yet again, but I have it more towards the end of this video. Today was leg day, and Mondays are always leg day. It was a quad and glute focus day, and I always start my leg days with some type of like calf raise situation because I feel like I never work out my calves. So I like to start with them with like 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps just to get them out of the way so I don't forget after my leg workout. And then we move on to squats, and I'm very, very sorry for this terrible angle, but I just started with some barbell back squats, and I always start with just the bar doing high reps, so like 20 to 25 reps to warm up all my joints and all my muscles.
Around, yeah. Now I'm thinking why the cottage blows, yeah.
After the warm-up set, I add some weight onto the bar and I start doing my 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps, and I make sure to increase the weight every set. My squats are honestly not that strong, and I've been trying recently to really improve them, especially my form, and then focusing more on increasing the weight slowly and gradually. Then I moved on to split squats on the Smith machine. I'm going to be honest, this is my first time doing these, and I was just trying to get a hang of like the movement and like how I should do it. So yeah, and I did 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps per leg, and you know, this is my first time, so I was going pretty light on the weight, and it was still very difficult. So what I did notice though was having more of this forward lean helped me feel this way more in my quads.
Breaking news got me breaking. I was present, hopeless, praying. Struck down at 20, plenty left to put behind you. You ain't peaked, never speaking.
The last thing that I did on Monday was hip thrusts, and I did 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. And I'm not gonna lie, this entire week that I filmed my workouts, I feel like I was burning out really quickly in my workouts, and I don't know why. I'm still trying to work on that, but I feel like I just get really tired really fast, and I am trying to figure out why that is. Then Tuesday, I did back and biceps with my cousin, and you can see her in the corner talking to me. First, we started off with just a warm-up set of 20 to 25 reps on this pull down. Then after the warm-up set, we put on more weight and we started working on our 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps. This was my 3rd set, and I needed a little assistance from my cousin, but for our final set, we did it as a drop set with like 5 to 8 reps. Then we moved on to this machine, and I'm sorry, I honestly don't know the name of it, but we did 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps, and for my 2nd set, I actually changed the grip, so I did 5 reps at this grip, and then I moved my hands up to the top one and did 10 reps. Then we moved on to dumbbell rows, and I did 8 to 10 reps for each arm, and after I did that, I superset it with like doing dumbbell rows together with both arms and both dumbbells at the same time. And this was just me doing the other part of the superset with both dumbbells. Then we moved on to bicep curls, and I usually like to use a heavier dumbbell or a plate, and I do as many curls as I can with both arms together. And then once I can't do any more, I switch to lighter dumbbells for each arm, and I do as many curls as I can with those. The next day is Thursday, and I take Wednesdays as a rest day, also with Fridays, but on this day, Thursday, I completely forgot that I was filming my entire workout, so I literally only filmed 2 clips, and I'm so very sorry that I only did that, but I'm going to make sure that I have a full hamstring and glute workout uploaded after or before this. But for Thursdays, I usually start them the same way that I do quads and glutes on Monday, and it's with warm-ups and calf raises, and I start with deadlifts. Then I move on to some type of like seated hamstring curl or lying hamstring curl, just so that I can give my lower back and just my entire back a moment to like breathe and take a break, because then I move on to RDLs and maybe hip thrust depending on how much energy I have, but that's usually how my hamstring and glute days go. The next day is Saturday because I take Fridays off like I said earlier. And Saturdays are a glute focused day, and I'm finally showing you guys my warm-up, which starts with me just doing walking lunges. And after walking lunges, I just move into some body weight squats, just to kind of burn the muscles and really, warm them up and the joints and everything. After walking lunges and body weight squats, I move on to stretching, just so that if I have any soreness left in my muscles or they feel somewhat tight, I stretch them out and work on my mobility. This is one of my favorite stretches. Don't know the name of it, of course. Probably some type of pigeon something, but I like to have my leg out in front and then the other one straight back, and I like to push my butt kind of down to the floor. This is another angle of it. I just feel a really, really good stretch in my glute. Then I do this hip flexor stretch, and that leg that I just pointed at, I like to push my ankle. So the ones on the floor, I like to push that ankle into the floor and basically push my hips forward so I can get a really good stretch on my hip flexors. Then I stay in the same position, but I just bend down so that I can stretch my hamstring on the opposite leg, and I use the pressure from my arm to get a better stretch. This is that same hip flexor stretch that I showed earlier, just on the opposite leg, where I have my ankle pushing into the ground and pushing my hips forward. Then I just bend down to stretch my hamstring on the opposite leg. So this is definitely one of my favorite hip mobility movements that I do on every leg day. I'm just pushing my knee in and out, and I'm like trying to push with my glute medius so that I can really like feel it in my hips and warm up my hip joint. This is just what it looks like on the opposite leg. It's very similar to the hip flexor stretch, but you're just pushing the leg that's up in and out. To warm up my core, I do this movement, which is just like me bringing up each opposite leg and arm and trying to pull them away from each other. And I feel like it really like burns my core and just makes sure that I'm ready to like brace whenever I do anything. It was a glute focused leg day, so I started with hip thrusts and I did 6 sets of 8 to 15 reps. So this is my first set. I always just start with the 45 plate so I can just warm up my glutes and kind of get them ready for the heavier weight that's about to come. This is my second set. I added on 25 plate, and this was also my first time doing this setup and like doing hip thrusts in this area of the gym. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of it because I just felt like my arms couldn't go anywhere because they were blocked by those like level thingies. So I usually do my hip thrusts on a bench, but I did it on this setup, and now I added on 10 plate, and this is my third set. So when I started doing 2 plates, I added a resistance band around my knee just to make sure that I wasn't going to let my knees cave in at this like heavier weight. So for my last set, I just went back down a little bit in the weight and I tried to do as many reps as I could so I can completely exhaust my glutes. Once I finished with hip thrusts, I moved on to cable abductions, and I'm not gonna lie, this was the last thing that I did on Saturday because I had to be somewhere afterwards, and I had no energy left once I finished all those hip thrusts. Like, I was just completely exhausted. So yeah, that was the end of Saturday's workout. So that was the video. If you guys liked it, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button if you did like it, and comment down below anything else you want to see from me. Even if it's not a fitness related video or topic or subject, even if it's like asking questions or like you want to see me do more of what I eat in a day type videos or more lifestyle videos, I will be happy to do them, because I don't want to make my channel solely like only fitness based. Because like my life isn't like revolving around fitness. I have a life that involves fitness. But yeah, if you liked today's video, make sure to like it. If you didn't, don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Engagement is engagement. But subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will see you in the next video.